My dear children, I welcome all of you to this session. I am going to teach the second language English for 9th standard. I am dealing with the lesson The Noble Bishop by Victor Hugo. So before going to the lesson, so here is the passage. Now I am going to read the passage. So listen to me. After that you will have to answer the questions that follow. Imagine that there is a pet animal named Soundarya. She is a pony very friendly with all the residents of the neighborhood, but her master is very passive and unfriendly. An adolescent boy from the next state comes on his motorbike and runs over her accidentally. Soundarya is wounded badly and she is unable to walk easily. She slowly walks into your compound in a pool of blood. She looks at you seeking your help. Which is the animal that is referred to in the above incident? There are options: a cat, a dog, a horse, a rabbit. Which is the animal that is referred to in the above incident? A horse. Why do you think that the pet has entered only your compound and not that of others? Not that of others. The pet has entered only your compound and not that of others. After the accident, it could not walk more. After the incident, it was not able to walk. Our compound is very near and it was friendly with us. So the pet has entered only our compound and not that of others. How would you treat the wounded pet? How would you treat the wounded pet? Yes, first we wash the wound. What do we do first? We wash the wound, apply medicine and dress the wound by bandage and comfort it. Comfort it. Okay? Now, come to the lesson. Before that, we have to know about the new words or difficult words, so which we can find when we come across this lesson. Conflict. Yes. Now we are going to know the meaning of the difficult words or the content words. So if we can find when we come across the lesson. So if you know the meaning of the new words, so then only we are able to understand the lesson very easily. So complete. Complete. A person imprisoned for a crime. A person imprisoned for a crime. Yes. Vinay is a convict. Vinay is a convict. So you can give a number of examples like this. So alco. Alco means ship usually rowed by a partly enclosed space in a room. A partly enclosed space in a room. So can you use it? Can you use the word in your own sentence? Yes. My grandmother used to sleep in the alcove. My grandmother used to sleep in the alcove. Next one, galley. Galley. Ship usually rowed by prisoners. Convicts were kept in galleys. Convicts were kept in the galleys. The galleys. So another word, stippling. Stippling. Stippling means suffocating. Usuru kattuvudu. So we are stippling in the COVID-19 pandemic. We are stippling in the COVID-19 pandemic. Next, mantle. Next word, mantle. Mantle means a shelf above a fireplace. A shelf above a fireplace. So you can use it in your own sentence. A shelf above a fireplace. Yes, we put useful things in mantle. We put useful things in mantle. Yes. Devour. Eat up something greedily. Devour. Eat up something greedily. A poor boy devours mutton. Devours food. Yes. So I think we have understood the meaning of new words. The words which we can find when we come across a lesson. Okay. Now, come to the lesson. So I am going to read the lesson. So you will have to listen to me carefully. See first, the table is laid for dinner. Silver plates are set on the table. The bishop is seated. His sister Baptistine is ready to serve. A convict enters. Convict, verse 3. See here, my name is Jean Valison. I am a convict. I have been 19 years in the galleys. 4 days ago, I was set free. I have walked for miles. I have not eaten anything for 3 days. I have asked at every inn. All I was told was get out. I want food. I am starving. Give me food quickly. Bishop calmly. Sister, put another plate on the table and put some sheets on the bed in the alcove. Trembling and stifling a scream, Baptistine goes to carry out the orders. Bishop, friend, sit down and warm yourself. You may be tired. While we have supper, your bed will be made ready. Convict. Do you understand? I am a convict. You call me friend. And don't say, get out dog, as everybody else does. You must be a great soul. Thank you, Bishop. You are suffering. You are hungry and thirsty. You must not thank me. Sister, the lamp gives very poor light. Bring the silver candlesticks and light them. Baptistine goes to the mantle, brings the silver candlesticks and lights them. She serves them supper, soup, cheese, mutton and large loaf of bread. So the convict devours. Bishop, you must have suffered a lot. Convict, my God, yes, that is a long time ago. That was when I was a man. Now I am not a man. I am a number 24601. And I have lived in hell for 19 years. Bishop, tell me about it. About the hell you lived in. Convict, it's so long ago, I forgot. I lived with my sister and her 7 children. Then, suddenly and very rapidly, yes, I remember she was ill. We had no food. I could get no work. The children were starving, so I stole some bread. I was sentenced to 19 years in the galleys, 19 years in hell. Then began my stay in hell. They chained me up like a wild animal. They lashed me like a hound. I fed on filth for 19 years. 19 years. They took away my name. They took away my soul. And they gave me a devil in its place. I was a man once. I am a beast now. And they made me what I am. Now I am free to starve. Bishop, my son, you have suffered much, but there is hope for all. You can have rest now. Come in. Oh, laughs widely. Bishop, you have walked far, you are tired. Lie down and sleep on the couch there. Good night, young man. Jean Valison was so exhausted that he fell asleep immediately. Towards the middle of the night, he woke up. What awoke him was the bed. It was long ago since he had slept on a bed. He started reflecting about those 19 years. He had been sentenced for stealing bread. He tried to escape many times. Each time he was caught, the court increased his sentence and 19 years had gone by. He had entered the galleys sobbing and shuddering. He came out hardened. Once he was free, he asked for more. He asked for work, but no one was willing to take him. The cathedral clock struck 2. Jean Valison thought about the silverware that was laid on the table for dinner. He rose to his feet, hesitated for a moment, listened and walked cautiously to the adjacent room. The rays of the moonlight shone on the bishop's face. He slept tranquilly. Jean Valjean stood terrified at this radiant figure. The moral world has no greater spectacle than this. A troubled and restless conscience on the verge of committing an evil deed, contemplating the sleep of a good man. Suddenly, Jean Valjean went past the bed, straight to the cupboard. He saw the silverware, took it, crossed the room, jumped out of the window, ran across the garden, leaped over the wall like a tiger, and fled. Yes, I think you have understood the lesson. Now I ask you to read the lesson silently and try to understand the lesson. After that, I am going to ask you questions related to the lesson. Okay, start reading. Have you finished your reading? Okay. First question, who was Jean Valjean? Who was? Very simple question. Who was Jean Valjean? Yes, Jean Valjean was a convict. Jean Valjean was a convict. Jean Valjean was a convict. Was a convict. Jean Valjean was a convict. So move on to the next question. Who brought the silver candlesticks from the mantle? Who brought the silver candlesticks from the mantle? Yes, Baptistine. Baptistine brought the silver candlesticks from the mantle. Baptistine brought the silver candlesticks. Silver candlesticks from the mantle. From the mantle. So why was the Jean Valjean surprised at the bishop's behavior the next morning? Why was Jean Valjean surprised at the bishop's behavior the next morning? So why was he surprised? When Jean Valjean was brought before a bishop's by the sergeant, Bishop happily asked Jean. Bishop happily asked Jean Valjean, "Friend, I am glad to see you." Even though he was a convict, even though he was brought by the sergeant, Bishop said, "Friend, I am glad to see you. I am very happy to see you. Why didn't you take the candlesticks along with silver plates?" So the bishop questioned, "Why didn't you take the candlesticks along with the silver plates. Hearing the kind voice of the bishop, hearing the kind voice and offering the silver candlesticks, he was surprised. He was surprised to hear the words of bishop. He was surprised to hear the kind words of bishop. Yes. When Jean Valjean was brought before the bishop, bishop happily asked, bishop happily asked him first, friend, I am glad to see you. Friend, I am glad to see you. Glad to see you. Why don't you take? Why don't you take the silver candlesticks along with the silver plates, silver plates. So these kind words made him surprised. So these kind words of the bishop made Jean Valjean surprised. Why was Jean Valjean finally set free? Why was Jean Valjean finally set free? Bishop told the sergeant that he was giving the silver. He was giving the silver vase to Jean Valjean. What did Bishop tell to the sergeant? Yes, Bishop told the sergeant that he was giving the silverware to Jean Valjean. Bishop told the sergeant that he was giving the silver vase to Jean Valjean. So he was set free. What did Jean Valjean promise the bishop? Yes. Bishop asked Jean Valjean to become an honest man. For that, Jean Valjean agreed and become an honest man thereafter. He became an honest man thereafter. So this was the promise asked by Bishop. Now I am going to say about some extracts. Now I am going to take some extracts from this lesson. I am a convict. I am a convict. So who said this? Who said this? Yes, Jean Valjean said this. Jean Valjean said this. To whom was it said? To whom was it said? Yes, it was said to the bishop. It was said to the bishop. Said to the bishop. Bishop. So when did he say so? When did he say so? Yes, when he brought before the bishop. When he was brought before the bishop. Before the bishop. Yes. Yes. Okay. I think we have understood the lesson well. Now we have come to the last stage of this class. So that is home assignment. I am going to give you some questions for your own assignment. So take them. Who was Jean Valjean? Who was Jean Valjean? Who brought the silver candlesticks from the mantle? Who brought the silver candlesticks from the mantle? Yes. I am a convict. I am a convict. Okay, who said this? To whom was it said? When did he say so? So take down all these questions. You will have to answer all these questions in your own. Submit it in the next class. Okay, thank you.